Hey guys, how you doing today? I wanted to give you guys an update on a couple of plants, and this one is my purple velvet. And if you guys watched about, oh man, I'd say maybe around a month ago, or I don't know my time frame, it could have been maybe 3 weeks ago, I tore this plant apart. I had 3 different plants of this. I tore them all apart, put them into one big huge container because I didn't want, I just don't, I don't have the room for all those plants with that are the same. So I tore her all apart and put all 3 of the plants together. And let me tell you, I had a heck of a time with her for about 2 weeks. She just was floppy, and her leaves were all curled in, and I thought, oh boy, I really done it this time. And I'm gonna lose it. I took some cuttings, I put a bunch of cuttings in here. Majority what you're seeing around the edges is, not all of it, but some of it is cuttings. You can see, you know, I have a few dead leaves, but that's typical for especially a tear apart repot like I did. And when you put fresh cuttings in, you're going to get some die off of some leaves. And you'll even have pieces of it that won't make it. But she finally started straightening up and looking really good. So now she is back to her beautiful self. I think one of the mistakes that I did make as to why she had such a hard time coming back is, number one, I tore this plant apart down to the roots. I normally do not do that to my plants. I like to just knock off a little bit of soil from the bottom, around the sides, on the top, set my plant down in and give her as much fresh soil and fertilizer as I can. Unless I'm having an issue with, say, bugs or rot or fungus or something like that, I do not tear my whole plants apart. You guys have watched me repot plenty of plants, and you know I do not do that. The second issue, I think, was after tearing her all apart like that, even though I watered her really, really well before I repotted her, I think another issue might have been was I put her in my west window, and I think if I would have pulled her back a little bit and not put her in such bright light in the beginning, I think maybe she found that pretty stressful, especially with everything that I had just done to her. So, but I'm lucky she came back and she's looking beautiful. I recently just moved her into my south window because that's where I always grow her. Now I do have, now my south window is different from a real south window, as far as to say that I have a tree, I have a big smoke tree out there, so it does get shade a little bit in the summer. Obviously in the winter there's no leaves on it or nothing, so wintertime I grow her there all year. But in the summertime I have shears, if need be, before the leaves get on the trees fully. When I've got that hot sun coming into my window, I can pull my shears back. And all of my plants that are in my south window are protected from that direct sunlight. Once my leaves bush out, then I usually don't have my shears pulled. I pull them back. But anyways, I wanted to update you guys on this. She is beautiful. I'm glad I've got her all in one big pot. I would rather just have a big full pot of something than to have several of the same plants sitting around. I don't have room to have more than one of the same plant. So there she is. All her cuttings are doing really good. I did lose some leaves. I've been kind of pulling them off, but that's pretty normal for this plant. I'm not worried about it. I just pull them off as I see them, which is usually about every watering, you know, because I do maintenance on my plants every time I water. You know, pull off dead leaves, inspect for bugs, issues, just see if there's any other kind of issues going on. You can tell which way I just recently turned her, so the back of her is this way towards the window. But this plant moves around a lot, so I can move this plant every 3 or 4 days and just kind of give her a little turn. But there she is. She is so pretty. But, alright, I have another plant that I want to update you guys on. It's a plant I got for my birthday. She has really taken off and grown. I'm really happy with her. And then I want to give you guys an update on all of my seeds that I started and put in my grow tent. Now I know the last two, especially the last two seeding videos, seed potting videos, have just been up recently, but those were actually older videos, like from maybe 2-3 weeks ago, because I did them all, I didn't do it all in one day. But I want to update you guys on my seeds that I'm starting for outside in my Mars Hydro grow tent too. So let me go get my other plant that I got that I want to show you guys, and we'll take a look at her. Alright guys, I think I have her all in camera view. This is the plant that I got for my birthday. Oh, she is kind of dusty. I did not notice that until just now. I get her under all the lights and you can just see the dust on her, but oh well, it is what it is sometimes. But this is my Philodendron subastanum that I got for my birthday. She has been doing really good, and I believe I have a picture of her when I first got her. She was about maybe this tall. All these leaves up here, all these new grows is what she has put out for me, and you can see hopefully in the camera, if I can get her in, the beautiful red backing of this plant. The leaves are just gorgeous, but you can see this is all new, and the stem is just beautiful. It's got like a lot of modeling on it. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. But I got her, this was my birthday present, and I got her from Ecogenera, USA, not from overseas. But didn't pay really a whole lot for her considering what some of the plant prices are nowadays. But I'm really happy with her. She's absolutely gorgeous. You can see the red on the back of these leaves are just gorgeous. But she has grown a lot for me. I grow her about 3 feet from a a south window. Oh look, she's got another leaf popping out right here. I just noticed that. But after she gets a little bit bigger, I'm going to let her grow on a couple months through the summer, and then I think what I'll do, maybe, depending on how she grows. But I don't want to cut this plant back. Her leaves seem to be a lot closer together than some philodendrons you get, where you feel like you need to propagate and then add more into the pot to get a little bit bushier plant. I mean, I might do that later, I don't know, because this will be a very, very tall plant. Beautiful in the leaves. As you can see, as the plant matures, her leaves just get so much bigger. I mean, these are bigger than, bigger than my hand. But she's been really easy to take care of. I'm really happy with how she's been growing for me. I haven't had any kind of bug issues on her. I did when I got her from Equigenera. I sprayed her down with neem oil, the leaves, the stems, and her roots, and then I gave her a neem oil flush so her roots could soak up the neem oil. So far I've had no bug issues. So I'm very, very happy with her growth, and she is just really a gorgeous little plant. She was a plant that I have wanted for a pretty long time, but they're always so expensive like everything else. And I mean, I know everybody has to make a living, but wow, the plant prices here the last couple years are just crazy. I've been growing plants for many years, and the plant prices are just insane. But alright, so I wanted to update you guys on her. She is just absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if I can get the leaf coloration back in here again so you guys can see. I'm hoping it's showing up well. So this plant actually faces towards the window, but it's really pretty because when I walk in here, this is what I see. That red backing. It's just gorgeous. But so there we go. Alright, I am going to now take you guys in and give you an update on my seeds that I've started for growing in the garden. So let's go ahead in there. Alright guys, here are my seeds that I started a few weeks ago. Back there I have my giant zinnias. You can see, I'm just going to pull up one pot. I can't get my whole camera in here because of my light. You can see those are all popping up, and they feel light, so I need to water them again today. So they're all doing really good. It looks like every pot that I started back here has growth in them, as you can see. So really happy with that. And then down here in this tray I have these are all my rutabaga seeds. I think these are ones that I started first maybe about 3 weeks ago. Wait, do I have a date on here? I just have 2021. I didn't put an actual date. Typical of me. But these are all growing up really, really nice. They look great. And you can see that they're just masses in here. But that's alright, because as they get taller, I will separate them. Some I'll keep into big clumps, because I like big clumps of stuff in my garden, so I'm okay with that. And then in this container, these are ones that I just started like maybe, I don't know, a week ago. This would have been my last video, I believe. I don't know, I don't remember. These are my giant these are my gazania mix. These here, over here, all 6 of these pots. I have a couple popping up. None of the rest of them are doing anything. So if I keep not seeing anything, I'll just throw some more seeds in the pot. And you see that one right there is popping up. And then over here, you can see I have a few popping up. This is my purple coneflower, and all 6 of these pots over here. Now these pots don't feel like they need to be watered. Of course, I've had the lid on them. But, and then I've got a few more down here. And I can't remember what I planted in those. I think those were my, oh, I knew I should have wrote it down. But these I did just a little bit differently. I made them their own little greenhouse out of solo cups. Oh shoot, I can't remember what the heck I planted in here. I ran out of plant tags, and hey, it looks like there's something. Let's see here, is that something popping up? Or am I seeing things? I don't know, it looks like something in there. See it? Right here? I'm trying to remember what I planted. Oh, yay, me. I was gonna write them on my solo cups with permanent marker, and then I never did. Because I got so anxious I was going outside. Okay, oh, I have more seeds that I have in my plant room. I forgot about those. Hold on, and we'll go look at those really quick, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, these here. you can see how I roll with stuff. These here are my hibiscus, they were Splendor mahogany plants that I bought, or I mean seeds that I bought, and I put 3 seeds in each container because I'll separate them later. But you can see they're all coming up. They're looking really good. I'm really excited about this plant. It is so beautiful. I will put a picture up of this hibiscus sweater. Well, I think I already did that in my video, but I'll do it again so you guys can see what it looks like. So, alright guys, I think that is it. I'm just going to do like a quick overview of some of my plant room and all the stuff I have everywhere. You guys can see why I do not want doubles of plants. And look at my beautiful orchid in bloom. And then I got this little one down here. She is so pretty. Look at her. Ain't she gorgeous? And then my beautiful other one in flower here. And then I also want to show you guys, I had a tiny bit of an issue. I had to move my micans. This is my micans. She is a beauty. I have had her, I was growing her in the south window all winter, and her leaves are just absolutely gorgeous. I love this plant. But I've had her a few years. I bought her over at a nursery about 2 hours away from me. And I bought 2 plants that were in like 2.5, 3-inch pots. I don't know. I don't remember. It was like 3 or 4 years ago now. But anyways, I started noticing when the weather was warming up, and she was getting a lot of yellow leaves, and I thought, well, what in the heck is going on with her? So she didn't need water, she wasn't overwatered. I think she was getting burnt because the intensity of the sun is changing. Our days are getting longer. So I switched spots out with her. I put another plant in her place that can take the hot, the highlight, and I put her over here in my corner, and it didn't take long, about maybe 4 or 5 days, and she started straightening up. But she's a tall plant. I've got her up on a big trellis. You can see she sits on the floor. She's gorgeous. But Alright guys, I am going to wrap this up and I'm going to let you go and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Peace. Have a great day, guys.